Actually, do you think he's gonna come back, Conor?
If I had a bet, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Why?
think he comes back. Because he hasn't come back yet, and he could have. You know, if he really wanted to, he would have been back in the gym, had a fight scheduled, drug tested, clean, training, gone through a camp, had a fight. Like, he had a broken toe before the first fight with Chandler. I understand that. Okay. Why should you fight on a broken toe, especially a guy who moves a lot like Conor? He relies on movement so much. Yeah, I get it. So heal that toe up. What's that? That's 2 months. Broken toe's 2 months.
Yeah.
And so then you're back in camp. And then you reschedule a fight, and then you fight again. But he didn't. And also partying, constant partying, all these legal problems that he has, you know, scooting around on yachts and, you know, driving around a Lamborghini. He's wealthy.
He's done.
Maybe. I mean, what's really sad is if he comes back when he's like 39 or 40 and his body just doesn't have it anymore, you know?
So right now he actually has a great opponent, Mike Chandler. He could fight him.
Right. They could fight right now, yeah.
They could fight. Because if they put him against Paddy, I think Paddy beats him easy now.
Well,
you don't
a
think
lot
so?
of years off, right? A lot of years off. You know, on the feet, Conor's a motherfucker.
No, in the feet, he's a motherfucker. I know that. He
Yeah.
can knock out like everyone.
If he's still the same guy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's 36 now, you know? And if he's natural, also, reality. Okay, when he breaks his leg, he gets off the drug testing, right? Because he's got to do something to heal his leg quicker. So what is he going to do? Well, you're going to take steroids. So if you're going to take steroids and you're already 34-ish, your endocrine system gets fucked up by taking steroids, where your body stops producing testosterone. Okay. So I've had explained to me by scientists before, and essentially, say if you take steroids for 6 months, you need at least 6 months before your body starts producing testosterone at a normal level again. Okay. Some people think it's twice as long. So that would be a year of no steroids before your body regains its natural testosterone levels. If it does. Depending, if it does.
You think that if someone puts steroids in his body, he never comes back as his normal body?
Vitor Belfort is the best example of this, right? He's the best guy that we could use as an example.
But he took a bunch of steroids.
He took
steroids.
Luke Rockhold said when he was weighing in, when he fought him, he said, "This guy's got muscles on his fucking teeth."
Yeah, on his market. Exactly, bro.
He was shredded. But if you go back to Vitor when he fought Anderson Silva, before they had testosterone use exemptions, he didn't look like that at all.
No, he looked old, actually. He looked like his body was relaxed. Yeah,
because
like
Vitor, So this is look at the difference before you saw it and after you saw it. I mean, that is a crazy example. So when he fought Chris Weidman, his body looked soft and like his muscles look empty. They just didn't look the same. And that was just a couple of years after they fucked up with the testosterone use exemption, because what they did was they would test guys, and if you're low on testosterone, you can have a testosterone use exemption. But you could get low on testosterone in a night if you wanted to. All you'd have to do is eat a bunch of shitty food and drink and stay up all night, and your body's natural levels of testosterone would be low. So you could go get drug. You, who has normal, healthy levels of testosterone, you could wreck your body on purpose, then go get drug tested, and they say, "Oh, Ilya, you have low testosterone. I'm going to prescribe to you testosterone exemption." And so then you go and take testosterone, you become a fucking animal, and you're healthy. You don't need it. So there was a lot of guys that were taking it that didn't need it.
So you think that at this point there are guys in the UFC that are taking like steroids? Let's say steroids.
I would imagine there's for sure someone doing something they're not supposed to do. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know, because at this point I feel that they are so strict with the.
They are
so strict.
There's a lot of guys that do their camps in faraway lands, and I think that like people always used to joke around about Dagestan. You know, like try getting a USADA guy into Dagestan. You know? The moment he lands,
they did some
call everybody.
drug test in Dagestan. They test Khabib, for example, in Dagestan now.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they must have.
And what if someone landed
Wasn't there
from
an
USADA?
issue where some guys from USADA and Khabib's camp, they had like
They had some issue.
some issue? Yeah.
They had some. I remember
Yeah.
something like that. But
You go over there, like, and you want to get out, you got to be careful.
nah, you get that.
But I would imagine that if you want to avoid being tested all the time, like say, like if you are in America and you live in Arizona, whatever, they'll visit you all the time. They'll test you a bunch.
Yeah.
And there's some people that have been tested a bunch. They get tested a lot. And then some people that don't get tested as much. And if you're going to go and do your camp in Thailand, or you're going to go do your camp in Dagestan, it's a lot more difficult to get to you to test you randomly.
Yeah, but they can anyway.
They
so
can.
You can trust on if they come or not.
But there's short-acting stuff. There's like when Alex Rodriguez, is that his A-Rod, right? Yeah, when he was fighting, or excuse me, when he was playing baseball, rather, they were taking gummies, testosterone gummies.
Okay.
And the testosterone literally only lasts for a few hours, and it's out of your system.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
Yeah. There's certain stuff that you can take, like EPO, that's very short-lasting, very difficult to test, very short-lasting. And there's
Yeah, in my case, I don't like that because I wouldn't feel good with myself.
right,
I'm gonna feel like I'm cheating.
right,
I don't deserve the win because I'm cheating. I'm a cheater.
right.
I can have that thought about myself all the time. When I walk inside the octagon, I feel that I didn't cheat, and I deserve the win, and that's why I'm gonna win.